So far, this Mort conspiracy series has been absolute wild, crazy, and an entire roller coaster of emotions and thoughts. There are so many things going on. Was surrounded by this one cute, cuddly Mort character that I can barely wrap my brain around it. Part 1, we learned sort of the backstory of who Mort is as a character. Apparently, he has 7 ex-wives, and he eats souls. And in Part 2, we learned about the terrifying, horrifying, and truly disturbing events that go on in the show All Hail King Julien that have me questioning the moral integrity of children's television in the modern day. This time, we are back with Part 3, All Hail King Julien, Dissected. I don't even want to try to guess what's gonna be thrown at us, because videos like this, you have no idea where this is going, the direction this is. So I'm sure we're gonna be in for yet another roller coaster of craziness. So without any further ado, All Hail King Julien, Dissected, Madagascar, Mort, Part 3 from the Theorizer. Let's see what we got. Like always, you guys go over to his channel, give him a big old delicious juicy spanking on his like and sub. Show him some love for these crazy psychotic videos. Dude's a mad scientist.
Everyone, make sure to watch the prologue to this huge theory first, and then the big first section of evidence. You are basically on part
You won't know what's going on if you don't watch part 1 and 2.
It's part 2,
go watch them.
section 2, but for the sake of the
immediately.
algorithm, I'm going to call it part 3. I will link parts 1 and 2 above now as a playlist that I've made. For those who are prepared, it's time for Season 4 of All Hail King Julien. We are halfway through the show. Mort starts off the premiere by getting his own TV show called Still Life with Feet, where he
Bob
mimics Bob Ross and draws Julian's feet. He also, of course, wears the blonde wig again and actually shows us another wig he's woven of the stolen hair he mentioned from before. Clearly, this is something all of the personalities enjoy doing. More people mock Maurice until he runs away bawling, "I have feelings!" Mort fears that Julien can somehow hear his thoughts, and he panics, worried they will betray him. We're getting close to some answers. I can just feel it. A couple of characters rob the kingdom, and during it, they have an odd conversation about friendly, non-weird wrestling. When they're arrested, they get put in a prison cell where Mort also resides, and he says the crazy line,
"Orange is the new you. Wanna wrestle? As long as it's weird."
Creepy as
what?
hell.
So, dude, like I said, this show's got wild and crazy. Now we've got robbery. We've got armed robbery of the kingdom. They get thrown in jail. Mort just so happens to be incarcerated, and he wants some weird, kinky wrestling freak thing to happen. Bro, they're promoting this to the youth.
Another persona. You see, this show is crazier than even the worst SpongeBob, and yet it has incredible consistency. I've said it before. This makes it truly Disturbed. It's a show that pretends to be a kid's show, and that's what makes it so eerie.
Yeah, that's what makes it terrifying.
It actually is a kid's show, so it's very
like it's not a kid's show, but it is. Like it's
imagination
makes no
in
sense.
2, when he says nobody ever gets hurt there, most of the time. I want to see this world, Mort. Later, everyone puts on a massive act, and he plays the bad guy. He relishes in this and darkly chuckles with glee. Another persona. He gets a little too into it and lowers them all into a volcano while laughing like a maniac. Later, it is implied that he is faking it, though. In episode 3, he once again shows his artistic ability when he paints a phenomenal image of Julien, and Julien, of course, calls him a vulgar little mutant. Mort asks,
"When's lunch? I haven't eaten in like a month."
Ah, a self-sustaining system, perpetuating the Lovecraftian take yet further. He claims he's real good at smearing stuff, and that he has parties with organic mannequins of his friends.
Smearing!
What Mort has is an obsession with Julien. It sure ain't love, and I don't know if I'd necessarily call it fetishization either. It's an obsession. He has another internal discussion with a personality. This time, it seems to be his inner artist. Our Mort loves the feet, the artsy one does not. Important distinction. Everyone stares at him.
Dude, this whole idea of Mort having multiple personalities, consuming souls and things is so crazy to me, because every single personality is technically Mort, but they're all technically not Mort, and they're all different in their own way. Like, you got evil supervillain Mort, who is diabolical and mischievous. You got artist Mort, obsessed with painting feet. You know what I'm saying? You've got the damsel in distress with the blonde wig. But there's always a common factor with all of them, and no matter what Mort personality you get, they're all a menace to society, dude. Like, Jesus. I'm not surprised that he was locked up at one point.
Is an obsession with Julien.
Right where he belongs.
I don't know if I'd necessarily call it fetishization either. It's an obsession. He has another internal discussion with a personality. This time, it seems to be his inner artist. Our Mort loves the feet, the artsy one does not. Important distinction. Everyone stares at him in creeped confusion. I can't tell if the personality is coercing Mort or taking over Mort. It rotates. Lots more social commentary and sophisticated critique of the avant-garde. He eats fruits whole, but that's all pretty normal, of course, for this show. In the corner, we once again see his home planet painting. Funny, I was just about to say his obsession was alien and fueled by a desire to return to his home constellation. His goal in this episode was to paint Julien the way he truly sees him. His house is full of foot art, and he wants to mount the real deal eventually. Julien finally grants Mort foot access, and Mort screams,
my God!
I love you, the feet!
He's licking the foot!
All over them.
Dude!
See? He butchers grammar and says the feet as if
bro,
it's an
he is slurping on that thing,
not
bro.
some sort of usual atypical attraction. He hates other feet in comparison to Julien's, but he'll take what he can get. In episode 4...
So he hates all them crusty, no cocoa butter using toes of everybody else, but King Julien has the golden feet of the gods, and he just be throating them toes, bro. This is freaky, bro. This is freaky.
Obsessed with, not some sort of usual atypical attraction. He hates other feet in comparison to Julien's, but he'll take what he can get. In episode 4, he has a minutes-long fart. He refuels by breathing in, once again proving him to be a hollow entity in essence. He wishes to be first
he breathes
on the sacrifice
underwater
list and actively demands danger. He kicks out another sacrifice to take his place and says, I'm first on the list. Read it and weep, Gramps. He's talking to Hector, an elderly lemur in the kingdom. I was all like, aren't you older than him, Mort? And Hector literally follows it up with, you're older than me, Mort. See? Usually I have to highlight continuity like this, but here they are, seconds later confirming it for me. Accommodating show. So anyways, they catapult Mort far off the island, and then he suddenly appears right next to them, changed. So when his altars come into the light, they can teleport him.
Am I drunk?
Rabbit hole is
what is happening?
Me. Mort says he floats real good because he swapped all his parts for wood years ago. The other character I do want to highlight is the...
He swapped all of his parts with wood.
The only one I enjoy more than Mort. Another supernatural one that can aid in our mission here. That character is Todd. He is freaking hilarious.
What's up, Todd?
He's this little pageant boy who's always commanded around by that insane Karen soccer mom I mentioned before, Tammy. She's nuts and screams his name, and he always stares blankly into space with the utmost creepiness until called upon by his mother, at which point he does something random but extremely talented. In this episode, he highlights his paranormality when he walks vertically down the side of a chest. Everyone's rightfully scared of him. His mom claims he can be activated. Whatever the hell that means. His default face is brainwashed, though, so I can certainly guess. He has this horrible, evil attack face that looks demonic, and then, in this episode, Tammy finally explains it. She laughs villainously, and no f***ing joke, claims that they can only stop him by driving a stake through his heart while a priest recites a ritual. Todd is...
Drive a stake through his heart while a priest recites a ritual? You telling me this motherfucker Todd is possessed by a demon? Now we've got into the demonic possession part of the show, performing exorcisms. What is this show, bro? Oh my gosh!
She laughs villainously, and no
The demons!
Claims that they can only stop him by driving a stake through his heart while a priest recites a ritual. Todd is possessed by a demon.
Oh my god.
She screams at him to let go of Maurice's jugular, and he goes back to Catatonia. He looks like Mort and is important. This baby lemur is a key to a lock I haven't come across yet. But back to our good pal Mort, who disturbingly locks mannequins inside of his house and drops a boulder on it to put them out of their supposed bizarre misery. He puts on the wig again and plays some drums. Seconds later, though, he's back to our Mort, and I can't tell if he's right here hallucinating identities around him or what. He spoons sand and then pulls a cannon out of thin air. Dread pirate, I say. People around him don't even question how he apports things anymore. Mort calls Julien handsome, but I know better. It's a twisted obsession. Even when he laughs normally, the subtitles default to calling it evil. Let it be known. Episode 5.
That's not a coincidence. That's not a typo mistake by the people of Netflix. Nope. That's on purpose. There's a reason why it is subbed as evil laugh. Okay, that's not there for no reason, bro. The Netflix people know something. They know what's up.
Episode 5. Mort twerks on a pole to seduce a rooster.
Mort twerks on a pole to seduce a rooster! Dude, in 10 years, when the next generation of the youth is all freak nasty, please do not be out here running around blaming Cardi B, okay? Because the source of it is this motherfucker Mort right here, bro. The demonic possession, the stripping for rooster seduction, bro. This is, oh my gosh, bro, this is an experience.
Calling it evil. Let it be known. Episode 5. Mort twerks on a pole to
Cardi B is quaking.
Rooster. During alleged sensitivity training, Julien calls Mort a fun-sized trash goblin, and Mort loves it. Also calls him a worm-riddled peach pit and a second-hand donkey puppet, which Mort enjoys as well.
That's fucked up.
Carl wants to keep Julien on his toes, to which Mort says, "Don't even look at his toes." Julien kicks him, as per the usual. Here, we also get a shot of one of Carl's side hustles, which is freelance religious work. He screams, "The power of the sky gods compel you," at Todd, causing him to float in midair and then thrash around. Demon child.
So he's doing an exorcism.
I'm exhausted already. I mean, there's so much. And then a lot of weird shit happens at once. Mort suggests that the Fusa have resorted to cannibalism. Mort implies he likes eating live chicken. Maurice lays an egg. Mort falls into a deep fryer and instantly turns into popcorn, then back again. Episode 6.
Where the hell did that come from? Cannibalism? He likes to eat live chickens, falls into a deep fryer and turns into popcorn. Like, what is this, bro? What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this tomfoolery, bro? This is psychotic. This is psychotic, bro. Like, bro, imagine there's like a little 7-year-old, bro. Mom's in the kitchen making some French fries. He's like, "Ooh, I want some popcorn." He sticks his hand in the deep fryer, bro. Now look at you. Now look at you, bro. Nice, dude.
Egg. Mort falls into a deep fryer and instantly turns into popcorn.
Cannibalism.
Then back again. Episode 6. More Mort madness. I think
Why is there a fork in his
gets onto
head?
the mainland and then returns via parachute. A fork stabs him straight through the head, and he asks if something's burning. So clearly Mort has a brain, right? One that can be affected similarly to a human's. He later rolls around in an onion patch to protect from werewolves. There's some unique commentary in this episode on cults, and Mort gets hypnotized into being the evil cat of an evil, sophisticated crocodile who tries to usurp the kingdom. The show gets very, very, very weird. Mort then meows like the supposed cat he is. Probably genetic. I doubt it, but we shall see. Mort turns his head 180 degrees. Is he part owl? I doubt it.
What the fuck?
Again, we shall see.
It's just the
and
demons.
It persists here as season 4 is pure insanity. Episode 7. Mort claims nobody ever asks about him unless he's under investigation. Based on his track record, it's certainly clear he's malicious indeed. Multiple arrests are quite likely in his past. Mort is asked if his family has had inbreeding, and he says he's his own grandfather. We soon learn that his dad was a...
Now we got Alabama! Oh my god, we got Alabama inbreeding! I remember we touched on that in the last one, something about him, like, kissing his grandma or something like that, and he's his own grandpa. Dude, this is freaky. This is so freaky.
From what I understand, we eventually meet Grammy Mort's husband, so clearly someone is lying somewhere. Does this inbreeding mean Mort has time traveled? We're in very close proximity to the bombshell episode, yes, but I don't know. Next up, Mort swims in a tub of toenails and squeals, "Give it to me," as he fills his mouth with them. Tammy starts speaking in various extinct tongues when she presumes someone around her is possessed by a demon. She has clear experience with Todd.
These damn
Mort
demons,
then
bro.
counters the notion that he breathes through his mouth when he dives in a pool and claims his gills are clogged with drain hair. This means he is also part fish. Mort panics and needs to consult his inner voices. One of them calls him Mortimer and tells him not to blow it. This new name counters when he called himself Mordecai and brings up the possibility that he just adds stuff onto his name quite randomly. But his original name is just Mort, which, as I've said many times before, is Latin for death. Several more Morts show up in his mind and show that they've got a whole system in this psychotic inner world. They're starting to truly build on Mort's lore, finally. He gets married to Pam, a woman who tries stealing the throne. They accuse Mort of being a completely unknown species, to which he replies he's fully aware that he's a medical marvel whose father was a bear. So much is going on now, it's
whose father was a
they're revealing
what?
things about his genealogy. Remember Sage? Yeah, his huge bird comes crashing into a rock and he heals it with magical tears. His last name is Moondancer. He has got to have sky god relations somehow. Maurice claims to be surrounded by crazy people, and that is very sadly true.
Yeah.
Turns out Pam illegally married Mort and is a con artist. Turns out she also married that zombie who then reconnects with Mort and goes on a cruise.
So she illegally married Mort. So she's just out here just marrying people so she can get a green card for the kingdom, bro. This is psychotic, bro. There's no way, dude. This is just getting out of control now, bro.
And is a con
My
artist.
gosh.
Turns out she also married that zombie who then reconnects with Mort and goes on a cruise. Mort, all done up in his usual blonde wig. It can't get any crazier, but I positively know it will. Episode 8. Mort is leaking something. Later says he burst an artery as well. Also raises his eyebrows, winks, and says he'll take some fine-tunage if we know what he's saying. Pop culture commentary about
what is he
in this
saying?
episode. Mort thrusts the air, zero exaggeration. Then he roasts someone and later says, "Oh, I can handle this. Happy to do it, in fact." He nefariously chuckles.
Excuse
Another
me?
persona, I'm losing it. There's so much.
Excuse me? Is that Puss in Boots? Is that Puss in Boots?
What? So you're telling me...
When did this happen? When the fuck did this? What? You talking about the Puss in Boots from far, far away land is on a deserted island of Madagascar? What? Dude, this is psychotic, bro. This is just getting...
No. We focus on Mort and the supernatural that surrounds him. Now is not the time for Puss in Boots. Shrek may tie in later, but
Puss
for now,
in Boots.
this makes no sense. Moving on. Episode 9, he's electrocuted, showing he does have a skeleton once again. It is implied that Mort helped brainwash some of the citizens, but finally, we've made it to the episode where everything that they've ever built up unravels.
Oh,
the beginning
gosh.
of not just this show's madness,
Oh, gosh.
but what it does from now on, which
I'm
is
not ready.
sci-fi madness, absolute pure insanity, and why I'm making that theory. Season 4, episode 10. You seriously all
The
have
Wrath
to watch this one
of
for
Mordecai
yourselves.
Khan.
They don't even stall the inevitable that is this episode. Julien has that science dude, Timo, build a cloning machine, so that he can love more of himself. He does, and various Julians of different personalities come strutting through.
Classic cartoon
Lastly, a female
theme.
Julien pops out, and Julien falls in love, making Mort jealous. Mort loves her feet too, though, and thus he finally loses it and takes it upon himself to activate the machine again with his butt. He wants his very own Julien to, quote,
cuddle, bathe, and feed while he's strapped to a high chair.
The machine takes
Excuse
his
me?
signature.
So now he wants to make his own personal clone of King Julien so he can get freak nasty with it on the down low. Dude, what is this show, bro? Like, what is this,
Instead
bro?
of Julians, and reaches into another universe populated entirely by evil Mort clones. Turns out Timo somehow
Another universe of evil!
accidentally built an interdimensional portal and merely has let through alternate versions of Julien. In the Mort universe, there's thousands of them, who all bow and pray to their leader, Mordecus Khan, who sits on a giant throne of skulls in the middle of a barren wasteland filled with foot effigies. To those who thought I was joking, I have just stumbled upon the largest untapped gold mine in the known history of fan theorizing. They all march right through the portal, and Mort screams that his nightmares have come to annihilate him. I assume he could detect their existence through the fabric of reality, or his memories, I don't know. Every single Mort in Mordecus Khan's army seems to have the abilities of our regular Mort, and they begin destroying Madagascar while chanting, Mort, 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 Mort? Mort, 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 Mort? Their war horns are gigantic woodwinds that are not blown into with the mouth, but with the anus. They have endlessly long
what is
farts that
this showing
announce their
butts?
presence. Mordecus himself
Flatulence.
shows what a Mort is truly capable of when he claims to smell the fear of other lemurs as he conquers this universe. He claims to be supreme leader of the Multiverse, which to me either means the multiverse in relation to the Mort residing in each one, or it's just the name he gives his own barren universe. Perhaps his horde consists of every other Mort in every other universe he has conquered? Anyways, the gang tracks down Mort and forces him to down coffee so Smart Mort will return. Once he does, things come full circle. Smart Mort claims he has a friend who can explain the multiverse, and we cut to none other than Pineapple in his limbo, communicating with those on the ground. How does Smart Mort know Pineapple? How? How on earth? Is this thing even Julien's ancestors? Who knows? Smart Mort has seen it all. Pineapple then calls in Dr. Watermelon Balking to explain the multiverse, utterly obliterating the fourth wall in the process by speaking directly to the, quote, kids at home. Pineapple says he owes a lot of money to fruits and veggies of other universes. At this point, I feel like Pineapple is sort of the god or a god of our universe, interpreted the only way the characters know how. Smart Mort refers to regular Mort as himself once again. Normal Mort calls Smart Mort Icky. So is he a persona or just Mort? Answer me, show, damn it! Smart Mort knows so much. He's got all the knowledge of Mort's immortal life, an anomalous elder god trapped as a mouse lemur in the corner of a forgotten island off the coast of Mozambique. Holy hell. He says every Mort in every... all the knowledge of Mort's immortal life, an anomalous elder god trapped as a mouse...
An anomalous elder god! You're telling me Mort is an elder god!
lemur in the corner of a
Oh
forgotten
my
island off the coast
god,
of
bro!
Mozambique. Holy hell. He says every Mort in every universe loves the feet, and he gets distracted back into normal Mort, forcing them to copy him again. Mordecus says that no universe has ever dared face him. They chant their anthem, Mort, 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 we come to fight, we come to kill, today you die, you surely will.
Excuse
They vow to
me?
leave no survivors and dine on the tears of the dead. The clouds open up and reveal Limbo as the divine fruits watch down on the ensuing massacre. They pump up a massive balloon of a lemur foot, and it entrances the Mort horde. They run straight up a cliff face for it. Mordecus ain't so easily swayed. I can see why he's their ruler. On second glance, I do think the barren wasteland is in fact a completely ocean-free version of our world, right outside Madagascar. After all, it's through reality, not through space, and they drop down out of the portal that is elevated on our side. Mordecus nearly cuts off Julian's feet to take as a necklace.
Excuse me!
Smart Mort returns to the depths of Mort's mind as well, claiming it causes a spatio-temporal imbalance for him to be out. He's multiversal, I know it. Well, that was draining, and we haven't even gotten to the 16-part episode yet. And now we do. Episodes 11, 12, and 13 of the 4th season follow a similar plot that culminates in a massive cliffhanger that is resolved in a whopping 13 more individual episodes of the serialized drama known as Exiled. It's basically season 4.5 of All Hail King Julien, if such a thing existed, and Netflix has, for some reason, separated it as its individual show because it's more dramatic and chapter-based. In episode 11, though, Mort says he has an imaginary friend named Nathan, which, let's face it, another persona. Mort says he likes his Julien soggy and alive. He gets struck by lightning through a roof. Mort once again mocks Maurice's—
He likes his— Did I hear that?
Julien soggy and alive.
He likes his Julien soggy and alive, as opposed to what? As opposed to what? Dry and dead? Like what?
He gets struck by lightning
soggy.
through a roof. Mort once again mocks Maurice's crying by saying, haha, he's not dead inside. This presumes Mort thinks the norm is to be dead inside, i.e., Mort is dead inside. Mort's electrocution now causes him to attract appliances, and a Roomba chases him, to which he yelps, call an exorcist. So the enormous plot starts right around here, where Sage's brother, Koto, king of the mountain lemurs, comes in and lies about his kingdom being destroyed. It's all a plot to take over the lemur kingdom with his warrior species. Sage is rightfully suspicious. Episode 12. While the mountain lemurs plot and raid, Mort removes all of his—
Dude, that was badass, bro. This is like, it's like an epic— What is this, bro? This is like an epic showdown. Brother versus sister, bro. Naruto versus Sasuke. Optimus Prime versus Megatron, bro. This is a final showdown.
With his warrior species.
That's
Sage
fire.
Is rightfully suspicious. Episode 12. While the mountain lemurs plot and raid, Mort removes all of his organs. Some of them are metallic. Mort then, oh, to my great pleasure, gets a DNA test, and the kingdom's creepy doctor, Dr. S the Snake, is even terrified and disturbed by the results. The show then plays creepy music as he reads off the results in a very similar fashion to how I did in part 1. Mort nods as Dr. S says Mort's only 40% lemur, but 60% bear, starfish, sand, potbelly pig, cactus, and a spool of copper wire. Mort corrects him and adds on wood chips.
What a spool of copper wire? So he's the fucking Terminator. He's part starfish, bear, and Terminator. Dude, he's literally the ultimate killing machine, bro. Oh my god, bro. We need to recruit this dude for the military. We don't even need Captain America. Just get Mort, bro. He'll do enough damage, bro. Oh my sweet god. Copper wire.
Cactus and a spool of copper wire. Mort corrects him and adds on wood chips, to which Dr. S acknowledges as well.
Wood chips.
This is all only to Mort's knowledge. There could be more, or ones missed on the test. Perhaps these are just from the organs he's replaced. Mort beeps when he's nervous. Oh, Julien has a dream of a parallel timeline where he never met Maurice, and in it, Mort claims he made a dream catcher woven from Julien's uncle's fur. Again, Julien's uncle is one of the show's villains, constantly trying to reclaim the throne, but we'll get more on him later. Maurice turns out to be an eye, a different species of lemur, and apparently this species is known for sacrificing beautiful eyes to what they call bell gods at the center of the earth. Sounds a lot like sky gods, but we see
sacrifice.
They're the same ones I briefly mentioned were plotting from before. They are literal bells underground. They have prophecies in a whole society, and they foretell a time of lemur war which is about to come. Season 4 finale.
Lemur
Kodo conquers every
War.
Madagascar kingdom and enslaves everyone. Mort tries escaping by acting as if he's a
Whoa,
drop dead hot
whoa!
gods, but we see these. They're the same ones I briefly mentioned were plotting.
What did
from
I
before.
just hear?
They are literal bells underground. They have prophecies in a whole society, and they foretell a time of lemur war which is about to come. Season 4 finale. Kodo conquers every Madagascar kingdom and enslaves everyone. Mort tries escape.
Kodo conquers and enslaves like he's the modern-day Christopher Columbus. What is this, bro? This is a children's show. This is a children's show, and you're learning how to conquer land, enslave their people, make sacrifices to a secret underground society of Bell gods. Like what? Mordecus Khan? Like, what is this, dude? Oh my god!
By acting as if he's a drop-dead hot chick, and their guard is a handsome sailor. He's had some clear experience. He asks Todd not to judge him. Todd stares blankly into space, of course. With Kodo, it ain't personal. Conquest is just business. Julien does a dance-off, but fails from lack of endurance. Everyone calls Mort delusional as he uses his teeth to drill out of the prison and save Julien.
What is he?
Mort distracts the execution
What is booty?
snake via twerking hypnosis. Mort, epically enough, is the last line of defense.
Bro, I've noticed there's a lot of ass in this show, bro. There's like Mort was like propelling himself through the water by farting. The Mordecus Khan people, they had like poles that activated via farts on their and attached to their ass, and now Mort's like trying to seductively hypnotize the snake by throwing cheeks like Meg the Stallion, bro. What is the obsession with booty cheeks in this show, bro?
Plays with its new food while Julien escapes on a submarine, starting up exiled. Chapter 1. Kodo wants to, quote, make Madagascar great again. Mort is devastated and works like the other captives. Chapter 1. Kodo wants to, quote, make Madagascar great again.
Quote, make Madagascar great again. Oh, nah, bro. I know where I've heard that before, and it did not end up well, bro. It did not go well at all, bro. Oh my, make Madagascar great again. There's no way, dude. There's just no way, bro.
Exiled. Chapter 1. Kodo wants to, quote, make Madagascar great again. Mort is devastated and works like the other captives as an unpaid intern that carries enormous boulders on his back. I swear, Sage is like a
unpaid intern that carries enormous boulders on his back. You mean slaves? You Senator, he enslaves the entire island of Madagascar, make Madagascar great again. Dude, there's no way, bro. There's no way, dude.
Purity of wisdom itself, and says his usual quote, something like, we are all just kicking the cosmic footy sack with a guy named Skeeter who lives in a van. This is the sort of stagnation everyone else is going through while Mort is taking action. He crawls up on his back like the cat he doesn't know he is, and consults his inner room of personalities once again. They brainstorm on how to kill Kodo while acting in various ways and doing various bizarre things. One of them says,
"Oh, baby, Daddy likey."
Does this somehow imply Mort has absorbed his father? Thought he was a bear.
Excuse me?
Or does he just see him as a Mort now? How'd he absorb a bear? Maybe Mort has the unique power to absorb non-Morts, which puts him apart from the likes of the Mort horde, and has resulted in a genetic soup? I really want a Mort v Mordecus deathmatch. One of the mental Morts says to kill the other lemurs as well, and now we truly do get to see the sorts of evil Mort has rattling around in his soul. He laughs like the villain he is, and everyone is horrified. He's stupid, but he feigns stupidity to an extent as well. He plans to murder Kodo straight up. Mort has a lot of hella wicked schemes, but he wily coyotes himself every single time, putting him in a full-body cast. They soon later take it off because he regenerates quickly, of course. Kodo is amused and makes Mort his jester. Chapter 2. Sage divorces his hawk, who he also raised from birth. Mort's rib punctures his stomach. Kodo relishes the job and forces...
Mort's rib punctures his stomach, dude! What is the... What? Now he's got a deadly fatal injury, bro. Like, are you kidding me? His rib punctures his lung. After he attempts a coup d'etat to overthrow the current dictator of Kodo's enslaved all the people, he punctures his lung, dude. This is psychotic, bro. This is psychotic, bro.
Chapter 2. Sage divorces his hawk, who he also raised from birth. Mort's rib punctures his stomach. Kodo relishes the job and forces Mort to consecutively smash plates on his own head. He dismisses Mort as ignorant, but we once again zoom into his mind and see his evil personalities claiming they understand everything. The little good and bad voices on Mort's shoulders don't exist, for he has a whole society of differing perspectives that take their own spotlights. They do this constantly in Exiled, and they all try possessing him to no avail. Chapter 3. Todd is eaten by a snake mid-dance routine.
What?
Speaking of snakes, Mort slithers like one during an escape attempt.
My man Todd!
Ancestor.
They just gonna do my man Todd dirty like that? He's already living the hard knock life, fighting, literally fighting demons within, and now you're just gonna end him like that by getting swallowed by a snake, dude? That's fucked. That's fucked, bro. They did my guy Todd so dirty.
Speaking of snakes, Mort slithers like one during an escape attempt. Serpentine Ancestor wiggles like a slug too. We learn that the psychic lizards can teleport. During another escape, Mort seduces the same guard with his "Hey sailor" talk and asks for her hand in marriage. His inner voices object to it. With Julien gone, his personas are really active somehow. One of them suggests a prenup. He manages to win the guard's affection by moving her 1 inch after slamming into her from deflecting off a tree she punched him into. A burglar persona seemingly takes over Mort. We also see a completely different character who actually looks like he has true dissociative identity disorder. Chapter 4.
Is that Nick Fury?
Kodo asks Mort why he constantly giggles evilly as he plots more escape routes. In other news, a fish that barfs mud vomits up a human hand that grants Clover a weapon to save the kingdom. More supernaturality. Mort creates a play to distract Kodo during their escape and calls everyone babe. 4 of his personalities mock and chastise him about his failure of playwriting. He gets a little immersed since he's only used to writing novels, but his play is successful and they all tunnel out. Chapter 5. Sharks can talk underwater. Apparently dolphins in this universe are, quote, villains that sell other sea creatures to Russian oligarchs. This isn't too far-fetched. I remember writing novels, but his play is successful and they all tunnel out. Chapter 5. Sharks can talk underwater. Apparently dolphins in this universe are, quote, villains that sell other sea creatures to Russian oligarchs.
Villains that sell other sea creatures to Russian oligarchs. Now we've transitioned into literal human trafficking, or in this case, sea creature trafficking. My gosh, bro, there's no way they're putting this in children's shows, bro. This is I can't do this, bro. I physically, emotionally, and mentally cannot deal with the shenanigans going on in this show. Russian oligarchs.
Talk underwater. Apparently dolphins in this universe are, quote, villains that sell other sea creatures to Russian oligarchs. This isn't too far-fetched. I remember an evil dolphin from the Penguins show too, but that's for later.
Oh yeah, it's nothing crazy.
To, quote, inhale mama's wind, baby, as they escape through the tunnel. He is right behind her butt. What? They then use Todd's face to shove her up through the ground. What? Kodo finds him. The fez-wearing crocodile.
Wait.
He is right behind her butt. What? They then use Todd's face to shove her up through the ground.
Todd eating ass, bro. Todd was out here eating the booty like groceries. Oh my, dude.
Far-fetched. I remember an evil dolphin from the Penguins show too, but that's for later. Tammy tells little Todd to, quote, inhale mama's wind, baby, as they escape through the tunnel. He is right behind her butt. What? They then use Todd's face to shove her up through the ground. What? Kodo finds them. The fez-wearing crocodile ambassador calls Mort a yeti. Genealogical confirmation, Mort gets a couple of Mordecai voices in the corner of his head to aid him, and these two are fluffy yeti-esque savages, one of which threatens to bite through Kodo's Achilles heel. They escape in a cloud of fart, while Tammy sicks Todd on the guards. Then something top-tier shocking occurs, a topic that I've also done rigorous theories on in the past. Mort escapes Kodo by diving into a random glowing wardrobe in the jungle, which leads him down a tunnel and out into our world, where he is a real mouse lemur in real footage of Madagascarian nature. His crazy grandma is there, and she says, "You've come down the wishing well. Stay with us. This is the real you." I can't tell if this is in his mind, or if the wardrobe literally led to this sort of real-world heaven haven, but either way, it's perplexingly cross-dimensional, unless it's not. You see, I have reason to believe, based on the granny's wording, that this is the real Mort, and the entirety of Madagascar is an elaborate fiction that he's trapped himself in for the sole purpose of self-defense in the real world. It makes sense. Everything.
Wait just one stinking minute! Wait a minute! Wait! Listen, bro, this entire time, I've been so caught up and wrapped up with the tomfoolery that is going on in this show, bro. You've got sea creature trafficking, exorcism, dude using his face to propel his mom's ass up through the ground, bro. Now you're telling me that the entirety of Madagascar is made up in the head of real-life Mort in real-life Madagascar. Now you're telling me it's all imagination. I didn't think we were gonna get here, bro. I did not think this was it. This was the direction it was going, bro. I said at the beginning, you can't have like expectations for videos like this because you gonna be wrong every time, bro. This is not a place I thought we were going. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Or if the wardrobe literally led to this sort of real-world heaven haven, but either way, it's perplexingly cross-dimensional, unless it's not. You see, I have reason to believe, based on the granny's wording, that this is the real Mort, and the entirety of Madagascar is an elaborate fiction that he's trapped himself in for the sole purpose of self-defense.
My brain hurts.
It makes sense. Everything radiates
My foot
into
hurts.
his world. This seems to be implied by this scene, but all this would mean is that Mort is a sort of eldritch god of his own universe. Essentially then, whether this is true in his mind or not doesn't change a single bit of the stakes and purpose of what's going on in the show. Either Mort is an elder god who built our universe, or he's a Goodman's mouse lemur that is the elder god of his own fictional universe, who hides there in his stories for safekeeping. This is presented as a random offhand joke, and I understand why. It's irrelevant, because we already knew
Jesus,
Mort
is that
was
the
some sort of
Kraken?
omnipotent, ageless deity. It's most likely that this is just more of his crazy, indescribable, hyperdimensional inner mind, hence his granny also being there. It's a joke meant to confuse theorizing, basically, and I won't be confused by it. He flies back out of the wardrobe and promises to fight to the end. Julien is still trying to get back home, and he meets this enormous emotional tentacle in the depths of a cavern who claims to be an alien from another planet, confirming aliens' existence outright. Mort falls for his own traps, but doesn't die, of course. I was all fine and good until another character, Gigi, reveals she has a photo on her wall of another real-life animal.
Oh my
God.
God.
Here. It's like SpongeBob, where it's sort of just perspective that makes these characters animated? Who knows? I've also theorized the exact opposite. Say this sentence 10 times fast to your therapist. The evil
dolphins bully the nerdy tentacle alien and threaten to sell him to Russia. I can't do it, bro. I can't. What is this? What is this, bro? This is not real. This is not a real TV show. This was all made up. This is government propaganda. This does not exist. Are you kidding me?
That makes these characters animated? Who knows? I've also theorized the exact opposite.
I need it. You said repeat it to your therapist. I'm gonna need a therapist after this, bro, because I'm losing my mind.
10 times fast to your therapist. The evil dolphins bully the nerdy tentacle alien and threaten to sell him to Russia. You can't make this shit up. Which is why I'm appalled that some DreamWorks and Netflix writers actually managed to do just that. Mort then explains to Gigi that scientists claim he has unclassified pheromones that make no sense and could possibly be alien. Mort outright confirms here that he's a genetic anomaly from outer space who has no memory. This is sadly a huge step. Sadly because of...
So, we went from Mort being a nice, cute, cuddly lemur to him being part bear, part starfish, part cactus, to him somehow being like a god, to him being a real lemur that's making all this up, to him being an alien space god. What is the, like, this is all over the place, bro.
How ridiculous it is, and sadly, because it means I can't get the chance to theorize on it as much. It also means Mort is aware of what scientists are and has had time to be studied. Question is he referring to when they came and kidnapped him in that other episode, or has he been a wanted anomaly for generations? You know, I was told by you guys a few weeks ago to visit something called the SCP Wiki, because apparently my terminology and theories sound similar whenever I go off on an Eldritch entity. I must say, it's a pretty interesting website. Hashtag non-spawn. Everything to do with Mort is intentionally contradictory in an interdimensional sense. Maybe this whole show is just the subdimensional brainchild of its writers. You know, that's probably the single most complicated way I could possibly explain All Hail King Julien being a fictional show. Julien replaces the king shark that the dolphins kidnapped with a warhead, which they sell to the Russians. Comedic commentary. This show is truly starting to remind me of Twin Peaks.
Bro, communism.
That Mort dream was mere foreshadowing of Exiled. Chapter 6 of 13. Mort furiously screams at Timo to open the freaking door. Apparently Sage was in an alien support group. I swear this show is building to something enormous. Commentary on charlatans, blah 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 blah. Mort is hit with his own cannonball, scorched by a blowtorch, blown up with a volume of TNT I would calculate had I not been in a rush to get this out due to the upload scarcity at the moment. Scarcity is because of this show. I have done nothing else. No worry, I'll be uploading a lot to make up for lost time, because the one thing this show has been good for is ideas. In this episode, Julien finds that Russian space monkey again, and so much here leads me to believe Mason and Phil were also rejected test subjects. Perhaps all the monkeys were, and these ones build a massive blimp similar to the plane in the film series. The other thing that crosses over from this show are the sky gods, which either do work by coincidence when Julien sacrifices the shark in film 2, or don't work at all because they're not on Madagascar, and the gods seem to be localized physical pagan deities. Chapter 7. Mort gets inside Timo's pod and discovers he's been held hostage by his own security system, who gained sentience and has been pretending to be a strict mother.
Oh my!
Clover is somehow given
See, I keep telling y'all, bro. Robots are never a good idea, bro. Anytime somebody builds robots, they always gain a mind of their own and take control of the human race, bro. I keep telling y'all. These robots do not do it. It's a terrible idea.
Mort gets inside Timo's pod.
This is psychotic, by the way.
He's been held hostage by his own security system, who gained sentience and has been pretending to be a strict mother. Clover is somehow given a paranormal nightmare from Sage's mentor, warning her to exit the cult she joins and then deprograms. Yes, that has been a crucial plot point, and their seminars look like the Red Room from Twin Peaks. Back to Mort, where this time, Mort's head cranks a whole 360 degrees. Owl Eye says, that seems to be the limit, as he cranks it right back. Chapter 8. They reprogram the robot and it aids Mort and Timo on a new quest. Apparently Hans, that zombie Mort keeps losing and finding again and has a true love for, has his own zombie wife and 2 zombie children. It infuriates the wife when Mort recruits Hans, and he says,
"Come on, kick me, I deserve it.
I can take it. I'm mostly sawdust and bird guano in the middle." Okay, just gonna add that to the list.
What is a bird guano? I don't know what that means.
Yep, Mort can certainly take that kick, immortal headass. Julien and Maurice are still trying to get back to stop Kodo, and now they've encountered Fusa, who they turn on each other. The Fusa use electric saws, laser beams, automotive accidents, atomic and nuclear bombs, plane crashes, and Godzilla to fight one another.
Atomic nuclear bombs and Godzilla!
None of which we see outside of Julien's reaction to it. Sage's mentor swaps the minds of Clover and Sage so Clover can use his body to save the kingdom. Turns out it was probably another paranormal lucid dream. Outside of the mind space, he's a floppy fish. The zombies suggest Mort gets his own army. Mort laughs evilly, transitioning us into Chapter 9, in which Mort downs some coffee, permitting Smart Mort to rip through and seize the assets of Mordecus Khan. During transformations like this one, Mort's body physically doubles for split seconds. I wonder if Smart Mort is the original. He says, "You don't know how much it hurts me to be here. I'm just too smart." The mom robot questionably sings him a song about how if you're smart in life, suppress it, because the world loves stupid. This parallels exactly what I think Smart Mort did. Sort of like my theories on Patrick Star, he defends himself with a stupid alter ego he gained. Perhaps. Again, could be either or, as Mort himself isn't fully stupid either. The song is basically a hardcore satire on the concept of it's okay to be you. Contextually, this show actually makes some sense. Sadly, it's not all fast-paced slapstick at all.
No, it doesn't make any sense!
Fusa, but claims it is plot armor that keeps him alive, and he does a matrix kick to perfection. Once Smart Mort enters Khan's universe, he disappears out of fear and leaves them all stranded amidst the army and a furious Mordecus. Carl appears to save the day somehow, and Maurice is kidnapped. But everyone, you must know this. Chapter 10. Everything ever is explained. Holy hell is it ever. The show damn near ceased to be mysterious after this. I mean, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. But look at the time. I simply cannot edit all of this, and I've yet again tested my video lengths way too hard. I have limits, but again, I will edit the third and final section of part 2 ASAP. But again, honestly, as you'll see, at this point, it's just part 3 and 4 for algorithmic sake. Subscribe. Do not miss anything. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at TheTheorizerYT, and until the very soon next time.
Oh my gosh. Alright, dude. So that one was sort of a continuation from part 2. He sort of analyzed the second half of All Hail King Julien plus that extra, what was it, the exiled show. So this was sort of a continuation from the last one, bro. What the fuck is this show? Who proved this to be a children's show? Like, what? What is this, bro? Like, I thought part 2 was bad. I thought that was bad, the things that was being told to me. This one, we've got demonic possessions. We've got sea creature trafficking. We've got Genghis Khan with Mordecus Khan trying to conquer the land. Kodo conquered all of Madagascar and enslaved the people. Mort's got like multiple personalities, bro. I didn't think you could get worse. I didn't think you could get any worse from part 2, but somehow we did, bro. This is crazy. This is absolutely psychotic, bro. This is the youth. The future is in shambles, bro. The future of this great world is in shambles with the youth being indoctrinated with communism propaganda. Like, everything is being sold to the Russians. Some weird, crazy obsession with farts. I think that's probably a Russian thing too, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like there is so much wild and crazy shit in this show, bro, and the craziest part is that kids don't even fucking know. They have no idea sort of the magnitude of some of the situations going on in this, bro, and it just blows my mind. The amount of things happening in this show, bro. Like I said, I didn't think you could get any worse than part 2, but this dude, the Theorizer, is so psychotic and is such a mad scientist, bro, that he always manages to surprise me with every single video, bro. This was yet another cinematic masterpiece, another roller coaster of emotions. My head hurts, and I'm absolutely terrified to find out what happens in part 4.